Con Bonnois, good evening, Eterna. It is I, Loki the Bad Titan, and welcome back to Nehrim at Fate's Edge. And this is heck of a start. We are here with Arced, this dude, who apparently is my companion, at least temporarily. We are on the dock. We got permission from the king. He keeps telling me Heyman is unconscious. I don't know who Heyman is or why he's unconscious. I probably should know who that is. Are they fighting someone? Is that why they're unconscious? I'm really... Yeah, it looks like I missed out on all the fun. It looks like they might have been fighting some giants. I like how the king looks like the adoring fan from Oblivion. They gave him his hair. So I missed out on fighting some giants. Unfortunately, that's a bummer. They're asexual giants. They have no junk, but they do have blurry nipples. If you're new, this guy's just chilling over here. If you're new to the channel, dude. Wait. Seconds before we were about to end the ship, some mountain giants attacked us. Luckily, we were able to defeat them. I didn't do anything. Now nothing can prevent us from flying to Inadan anymore. I think it was trying to tell us something. Oh my god. And okay. Oh, alright. See ya.
Inadan, home of the gods. What happens next depends on you. Tyr can be found in the big tower of the city. I will not accompany you, I may not accompany you, but I am sure your decision will be a wise one.
I don't know what I'm deciding, and I can't move. We have arrived in Inadan. Ark said that I have to deal with what's coming next alone. Now I need to find Tyr in order to become the Shadow God and restore the equilibrium. I was not aware I would be becoming the Shadow God. That sounds pretty exciting, because the entire time I just figured it was going to be Narasul. If for some reason you did not watch the previous episode, a lot happened. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Narasul died. And I killed Malphus. So, those are some pretty big things that happened. If you're new to the channel, dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. If you're new to the series, hajimemashite. And if you're a regular, and this series has a fair amount of them, Oogly Boogly, Durandar Da, Mrs. Foyce, Aluin, Teresa, Kiku Arakara. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. I'm not referencing my list. I'm all messed up on my list. I have to update my list. We've had a fair amount of new subscribers. Don't know if any of them are watching this series, but if you are a regular, Okai Rinasai, welcome back. Welcome home. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I do...
Go to Tyr.
Oh, okay. I really want his armor. I'm sure we can't kill him.
I'm just warming up, you wimpy worm.
Alright. Especially...
You'll never beat me. You'll never beat me.
I want his sword, too.
You'll never beat me.
Alright. Alright, can we... Why am I not actually healing? Oh, because I am spamming the light spell. Yes, I am. I am spamming the light spell, which is just why I'm not healing. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to kill him anyway. But it really helps if I actually have on... Oh, look at his fancy moves.
You'll never beat me.
Alright, yeah, that's why I want. That's why I want your sword. I know I'm pathetic. Shut your face. Maybe I should try to use some magic on him. He might just be straight up invincible.
I'm just warming up, you wimpy worm.
Like, his health's not going down at all. Yeah, okay, so...
Pathetic.
Yes, I know. Alright, so, yeah. Unfortunately... Can't fight you, man. Too strong for me. Alright. So we're in Inodan. I don't even remember what Inodan is. Appearance and existence. This is probably some useful lore, so you would think I would read it. But, no, I'm not going to read it. Can I have the Elder Scroll? Upon... Or that totally threw me off right about upon on my my orders, you soldiers of the gods, you are ready to continue the fight for 1,000 of years. Although the predestination and inevitability of fate made the fight pointless, this is my last directive to you. Any and all resistance to the rising shadow god is to cease immediately. Every second you continue fighting, you increase needless suffering and pain. I have never supported unnecessary pain. Stop fighting immediately. Do not hinder the future shadow god. Tyr, former commander of the army of Seraphim. Okay. I mean, I didn't kill this dude. Is that another note there? Why? Tyr has let us down. He is running away from his destiny like a cowardly dog rather than to face it bravely and manfully. Perish. I have sworn to follow his orders, and I'll do that. I will end this. I will end this here for me. So he killed himself. I don't know that that's brave necessarily. So what? Ark's just gonna hang out here. He couldn't give me his fancy sword or anything. I'm using Skeletor's sword now. Just want to check and make sure. Alright. That I'm still using the best weapon. Sword of Goth. Or the Soul Flayer. I like how I have Malphas's arrows and Malphas's bow. Which technically, if you add this plus this, if that's the damage, that's way better than the swords that I'm using. But what does the Soul Flayer look like? I mean, I don't know. I wish I could dual wield. That'd be cool. I don't know. This one was supposed to be mine, so I'll use mine. Like I said, I am tempted to use the bow and arrow. But it made it sound like I'm not fighting anybody anyway. So this is another one of those where it didn't really give me any option. It just made me come here, teleported me here, or in this case, I took an airship here, but it's the same thing. Alright, who'd that be? I'm not sure who that is. Are we fighting? Yes. Okay. I didn't think we were supposed to... Anyway, was supposed to be fighting me. I don't think I have a shield. Can I have my arrows back? Alright, so that was a mage. Alright, so if we... Apparently we are going to be fighting. They just decided not to follow Tyr's orders? They're like, screw that guy? I'm not sure why that is. So, I guess the question I have for those of you, and there's quite a few of you who are much better at knowing all the lore and that jazz for this. So, if I just killed Malphus and he was just one of the divines, then why? Well, that sucked. I'm a little out of practice. Alright, sneak attack damage totally makes using this worth it. Then why is Malphus the man in Enderal? Like, who made that decision? Why isn't it Tyr or the other lady that I don't remember what her name was? I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable and explainable reason. That's not that's not how I want to say it. They're definitely telling me that a fight's coming. What do we got here? No! No! I'm just warming up, you wimpy worm. No, we have sworn to protect Inadan. I have never acted contrary to a command of Tyr, but this one I can and will not run. I will never go down without a fight. I mean, you kinda did, because I shot you with an arrow and you didn't even know what was up. Alright, so that's the same note as before. Yeah, why Malphus? If he was just one of the 7. I see, that's why I have this spell loaded up. Alright. I'm gonna have a hard time. Yeah, if we're in close, I might have to switch back. I am enjoying using the bow. I am also going to run out of arrows eventually. What am I down to already? I'm already down. Where's that one that I missed? Can we find that one? I mean, it won't give me the one back out of him, which is annoying, but okay, fair enough. There it is. Give me that arrow. Alright. I do still have the cough. I apologize. I leaned away. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I feel like if we get into a fight in here, it's not gonna go. Yeah, it's not snot. Back to saying snot again. It's snot. It is not going to go well. Alright, this dude's dead, but that one's not. Did I just... Well, jackass, if you knock him off the cliff, you have no chance of getting your arrow back at all. So I'm guessing this one killed himself. And... I seriously... Just... No, he fell down in like a crevasse. Give me my arrow. God damn it. No, don't fall in the crevasse. No. Get... Oh my god. So a super jump saved me. I realize I don't have a quest marker. Of course it's nighttime. Alright. So no quest marker. This place looks big. Okay. There's a door over here, but it's barred. And another dead dude over here. Do I have any other arrows? Like, what if I switch? Ugh, it's damage difference. 86. 9. Even this. 16. I really don't know where I'm going. And with my jumping, I could get all over the place, but I feel like this is not necessarily the... I mean, I'm probably supposed to be going where the purple wibbles are. Like, maybe they're telling me which way to go. Sauron's up there. But no, there's more purple wibbles over here. I might end up waiting until it's daytime, because I just random jewelry in these barrels for some reason. Because I'm having a hard time seeing. Jesus. Alright, I am... Don't fall. Falling would not be good. Alright, so we can go to the right. Or to the left. And... try to use the local to help me a little bit. If at all possible. Alright, we found the door. No, this is another barred door. This reminded me of the other... Alright, so like half of them have killed themselves, or more than half of them have killed themselves. He didn't say kill yourself. He just said, don't fight me. Like, talk about taking it to the extreme. Alright, there's an invisible wall here, so that helps. And this is also going up, so maybe it doesn't matter if you go up that way or this way. Either way, you're going up. We got the Disney music playing. Another door we can't get into, and another gate we can't get through. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable reason. I said the reasonable again. There's perfectly just my brain's not working at all. Words. Logical reason that makes sense with the story that they've picked Book of Poems Malphus to be the guy. Alright, torch. What is torch fire? Is that light? Is that like their way of telling me? Alright, so I found the fire. Okay, they want me to light the fire. I get it. That's why they threw 1,000 scrolls over here. They're like, please just set this on fire. Alright, so we're going to backtrack and go up the other way. We've not seen anybody else. Yeah, maybe if I've read all the lore and stuff, it's probably a dumb question. I fully acknowledge some people might be frustrated with me asking, because if I'd read all the books and things, I might just be like, oh, the reason why Malthus was just like dude number 6 that I killed was because blah 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 blah. Maybe he's gonna come back at the end. I'm gonna have to fight him a second time. I mean, he was the hardest fight. Is it getting darker? Is that possible? Oh, hi. Yep, just stand right. That's embarrassing. Hitboxes. Yep, just stand. And I'll shoot you in the junk. I meant to shoot a little higher, but... Can I have my arrow back? Yes! Sweet. And this, for all intents and purposes, looks like another... Look. Look. They're like, you're gonna be using fire. Do you got it? Fire. Fire, not bad. Fire, good. You use fire to burn things. Alright, so this looks like... So I'm supposed to be, I guess, setting both of these. And... Jesus Christ almighty. Could you not? Could you not? Could you pick up... I don't even know why I'm taking them. I'm not going to use them. This is just funny to me, though. Okay, I guess this is really like, hey, in case you don't have a fire spell. Or maybe I'm just wrong. Wouldn't be the first or the 50th time. How about just fireball? Alright, so not that. Not that. Alright, I thought I was going to be doing it. 4 flames point the way to go. Why do I always gotta be dumb? Just activate fire. Okay. So, do I have to use the scrolls? I mean, they gave me enough of them. Create magical fire on target. This is kind of embarrassing because I don't know how to use a scroll. I have drop item. What? And then I dropped them all. How the hell do you use a scroll? Can't equip it. Wow. Because I've legit never used a scroll this entire playthrough. Alright, everybody have a good laugh. Dumb Loki. I I don't have anything that does that makes magical fire. I just all the fires I have, they're just regular fire. All right. This is so weird. Do I have to like unequip? I don't really know what that would have to do with anything, but I can punch the fire. Huh. This is so weird to me because there's legitimately it's not like saying like to use the scroll do this. If I want to read the book of poems, I press A. I'm pressing A just so you know, not being totally ridiculous. I also pressed every other button. So Is there like a spell that makes I can use scrolls? Come on, I have Shadow Flame. I mean, I know I'm supposed to use this. I feel so, like it's like extra. Oh my god. Like, why is equip or use or Luna? Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to look it up. Embarrassing. I'll be right back. Alright. So a little confusing. I'm not upset at myself. Sonny might jump on me any second. So you have to go into magic. And there is a scroll section all the way at the bottom of magic. So then you select the scroll and then you shoot the fire. I don't know what that noise is. Is this a time thing? Please don't be a time thing. I'm gonna save it, because I don't know if this is a time thing. Alright, sorry about that. I guess I could re-equip my sword. I had paused it again to deal with the Sonny because he was trying to cause some shenanigans. It's funny how I've not used a bow this entire time, and now all of a sudden I'm using a bow. Alright, well, we know where we're going, so we can try to... That's not it. Try to get back over there as quick as we can. I mean, even if it is timed, I don't think it is, but even if it is timed, I might be able to pull this off. Not if I run right past. Wait, where did... Alright, we got a little discombobulated. And... Okay, I have to select it every time. Okay. Go sneeze. Alright, well now lights are going around. So it's the Eye of Sauron. It's getting dark is not helping me. And that's my heal spell. Oh my god. I don't even know that this is really gonna be enough light to help me. That's not my heal spell. What the? That is a heal spell. So it said, light these slammy jams. 4 flames point the way to go. I'm confused. I lit 4 flames. And I think I was all stealthy coming up here and there was no reason for that. Alright, well backtracking definitely didn't help anything. Alright, well I already ran up here. But I guess it wasn't ready yet. So there's an invisible bridge. We had an invisible bridge once before. I guess. Okay. Tyr's up there. And he killed his girlfriend. Who I can't search. Alright, so this is where they hung out, I guess. So,
Irlanda has taken her own life.
Oh, okay, she killed
herself. She could
herself.
not cope with what has happened to her son. Oh, it is a bitter irony that the immortal are not protected against themselves. Now I am the last of the Lightborn, and you stand before me, a blade in your hand which is able to kill me, and with the knowledge that there is no other way of becoming the Telemaltath other than to kill me, which would also give the people what Arenthiel's ideal entitled them to, freedom. But before you perform the fatal blow, I will advise you to consider these things. Indeed, if the Lightborn are no more, the people gain a rule of their own thinking, but consider who will then rule them. The aristocracy of the privileged classes would in fact be replaced by a democracy, or only by the sole person who is able to enforce the most.
There will be a fair democracy. Someone will rise to the autocrat. Sure.
Oh, really? Was there one in Nehrim after Aranthiel killed the god Eridan? No. Baratheon seized power and ruled alone. Was Arctwend any better after I retired from there to see how the people would govern themselves? No, it fell. You must not only ask the question of whether a rule is fair. That of the Lightborn was not implicitly, I know that. However, you must also ask whether a rule may be necessary, and yes, it was, for it was constant. But now I leave the lands of this world with pleasure to you people. Everybody must part sometime, and now it's to be the end of the Lightborn. Kill me, go out and establish a new order, and watch how it fails. You could just as well build an exclave on the ocean floor, sealed off from civilization, and then revel in your imaginary godlessness until you and humanity finally realize that you can only escape from the gods when you yourself take their place. To sum up it, you humans are incapable of ruling over yourselves without entrusting the control to a higher power. You are incapable of freeing yourselves of this higher power, because if you try, you yourselves become this power, and the game begins again. Now I put before you a big decision. It is purely moral, and no matter what you decide, neither an advantage nor a disadvantage will come from it. I must go for you to become the Shadow God. Now you have the choice to kill me with this sword, and to contradict all that I said about the inability of humanity. Once I am dead, my power will be transferred to you, and you will become the Teli Maltath. The second way is to spare my life, and give me a chance to connect with you. Again, my strength will be transferred to you, but my soul will not die. If you choose this path, then you agree with me that humanity needs a higher power in order not to tear itself apart. Either or, it is your decision, for me or against me, for the people or against the people. Strike me down where I stand with your sword, or walk a few steps back to show that you agree with me. I await your decision. Come what may, I'll accept it.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that I have to, to have the sword. Oh my god, that is so funny that I have to have the sword loaded. I'll drop a safety save, but we're for sure killing him because I feel like I hear what he's saying. I don't agree with what he's saying. But I hear what he's saying, but I'm like, well, what? I like how he ate my first shot. And how come I can't? Blood sigil. How come I can't search her body? Give me your stuff. What?
Congratulations, you've done it. You are the Teli Maltath, the Shadow God of Nehrim.
Am I? Because you still look like...
I found myself exactly in your situation back then, and it was dangerous. Listen closely. You are the Teli Maltath only because everything is striving for balance. The Lightborn bring an imbalance to the world, thus a Shadow God rises to remove it. You do see the problem. Everything created in turn deserves to be annihilated. Now that the Lightborn are gone, the Shadow God is the weight which presses the balance down. He too must disappear, so that everything is back in balance, in its original position, finally allowing the cycle to start again. The restoration of the balance is carried out by the biggest power which there is in the world. Yes, it is the power which controls the world which is the world. Fate will come and demand your life. However, at that time, just as I received help from a Shadow God, I will stand by you in this fight now. The following will happen. In a few minutes, an envoy of fate will appear and ask you to kill yourself. If you do not comply with this, he will attack you. This envoy of fate is mightier than any other thing that the world has ever produced. As I said, it is the world itself. Indeed, one can still defeat it. I am living proof of it. I have already beaten destiny. A single Shadow God may not survive against these messengers. Two, on the other hand, have a realistic chance. Both of us together can conquer destiny. Nevertheless, I will leave you for the moment and come again when you need my help. Oh, and by the way, someone has smuggled themselves aboard the starship, although I doubt that this was a good idea. You know this someone, and you will immediately see them again. Remain steadfast. We will soon be fighting with each other, that is, together against our mutual enemy.
So Kim? Oh my god, now
A
what?
shadow god, finally.
What?
Oh, are you surprised to hear me? You know that I, carrier of the Soul Flayer, continue to live on in the sword. I am a part of this blade, and rather than just standing around listening to me, you can go back to the city already.
Okay. He's talking to me through the sword. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Kim.
Go on, go back to the city.
Shut your face. I'm the boss now. What if I want to explore around this pretty place some more? I feel like he's going to keep talking smack to me about going back to the city if I don't. Alright, so Tyr definitely monologued for quite a while there and had a lot to say. But I guess the question is, how relevant was the things that he was saying? Like, is he full of baloney? Or was there actually some truth to what he was saying? I mean, that was a huge jump I just did. I'm super annoyed. I can't loot her body, loot her corpse.
As I once told you, the Soul Flayer was forged by the first Telemalthat and was wielded by all the succeeding ones, and they all went into the sword. Now I have the experience and knowledge of all the shadow gods that there ever were.
Okay, so he's just gonna keep chit-chatting with me, apparently. And apparently, we don't get to enjoy ourselves for very long, because apparently, a envoy of fate is going to demand that we kill ourselves, or they're going to try to kill us. So I think that's some BS. So we're the shadow gods. So what does that mean?
Turn left here. I suddenly knew more than any man or god before, and so I understand what is behind the predestination. It is a lie. It was created, never to be fulfilled.
Now he's backseat driving me.
I thought that fulfilling the predestination would end the unjust rule of the Lightborn, but it merely continues the endless struggle between gods and mortals. Usually the gods win, but very rarely, sometimes somehow, someone becomes a shadow god, as you just did.
Alright, that gate...
Arct has told you how the prophecy typically unfolds. Fate sends an envoy that kills the new shadow god. Their game with its endless cycle repeats itself. However, if Arct joins you in the fight, together you might kill Fate's envoy. Unfortunately, this would only buy us a temporary reprieve. Fate's envoy would be dead, but destiny and its predestination would remain. Oh, you might live for another 1,000 years. But eventually a new envoy would come the cause and not mere symptoms. Chop the root and not the branch. You must destroy the predestination itself. Destroy it, and you also destroy its prediction of every shadow god's death. You are now in front of the council hall of the Lightborn. You can live on free of Fate's predestination. I will open the door for you.
Am I? Because I stopped walking to listen to you talk, because I want to talk. There's a whole bunch of doors here. And a grave. I guess I'll steal all that stuff, thanks. So... Right, I can't help. I know they're not directly related, but I can't help but compare some of the things that he's talking about with... Is this the door he said he was going to open? I guess so. With what's going on at Enderall, and I know some immediately people that are familiar with both are probably going, no, don't do that. But there are still some parallels. Yeah, we are talking about the cycle. The cycle is a little different here, and It's not about ending a civilization, but there's still a cycle in place. All right. Something moved over there. Don't know. There's a giant dude on a horse. Some candles, some more chairs, and some more thrones, and another throne up over there. Let's get some light rolling. Okay, it was one of the elder... I'm sorry, what now? Do what with the old lady? Activate lucky old lady. Okay, I'm not activating any lucky old ladies, thanks. Why is it not? And he's just not going to talk to me anymore now? Alright, so that's the creator's garden. So what are we doing in here? We got Visions of Erlandia. Can't take the gems. We have Declaration of War. Potion of Heroes. That's interesting. This is the one that moved. Consult transcripts. Transcripts. I don't know why I said transcripts. Have you read the transcripts? Alright. This chair seems dangerous. I don't know why it's up in the air like this. Well, I did say to activate the old lady, but I don't see that for anybody else. Activate lucky old lady. But all right, let's read the transcripts. Where'd they go? Meeting of the Sacred Council issued by the God Tier, date 10/17, month 5, day 2, after Triomar God Tier has questioned the sacred Ilath beneath the city of Inodan. The mothers of fate think that in the Rim, at present, the threads of fate have been changed and predestination has begun to perform its functions again. The catalyst of this is said to be a meeting that is held by the members of the Arcane Sanctum. This organization has been known to be blasphemous and terroristic for quite some time, as it is a sect that holds onto Eranthiel's theory. In today's council, a resolution was passed to proceed against this organization. A military intervention could entail a war on this egomaniacal ruler Baratheon, so we proceed diplomatically and present Baratheon with information forged by our spies that shall verify that the organization is planning a plot against the life of the Chancellor. Baratheon will see a danger in this and will put an end to the organization himself. When the leaders fall, so Baratheon was, after all that, just a pawn. When their leaders fall, the predestination will be broken down by this as well. The resolution was signed by all gods, declared to be valid. Tyr, Erlandia, Malphas, Saldrin, Asera has not participated in resolution. God Iradan. Have I not killed him? Okay, I've killed so many now at this point, I can't remember who I've killed and who I haven't killed. Alright, so Declaration of War. Declaration of War issued by Narvasul Aranthiel. Date 0, day 1, after Triomar. Narvasul Aranthiel, the new ruler of the Rim, declare to you the work of the Creator is hereby dead. The Rim is now mine and yours, my brothers. I speak for Telmarath. Tremble, Lightborn, be afraid. Your rule is doomed. It shall be my pleasure to redeem this world from your ridiculous clan. Signed, Narvasul Telor Aranthiel. Further down the document, you see what drops, perhaps tears. All right, so Narantria, that's a little interesting in its own. We find out that Narantria, I've been saying it fine. Narathsul Narathsul's middle name is Telor, which is his father's first name. And last but not least, Visions of Erlandia. Images passed before me. I searched my mind to answers to the many questions, one of them being Eranthiel. Who was this man? Excuse me. I saw a man from days long forgotten, a man in a black robe standing in the middle of a mountain of corpses, the bodies of a number of gods and seraphim covered. I don't know what that is. It would just say covered a field. While the man himself was tall and looked frail. How many times has it happened already before now? How many times have you fought and lost and been reborn as we have won? Why not give up? I heard my voice, weak and empty. Never. The figure nodded, and thy picture vanished into a sea of flames. A new image. All right. Erlandia stood at the edge of a cliff. Rain pelted down in torrents. Wind gusted loudly over the steep cliffs. A paladin saw and went down on his knees. I am yours, my goddess. You need not bow before me, Telor. How are you? How are you, Telor? How you doing? Asked Telor, brushing his teeth, a strand of Erlandia's hair back from his forehead. Foreband? What the hell is a foreband? Well, so long as I am with you, it is always good for me. Why did you call me? The goddess cautiously sniffed the air. Of course, it was anything but normal when she summoned her most loyal servants in the middle of the night to a lonely cleft. He had always been the best in the ranks, the wisest, the most faithful paladin, and more. You have an heir, Telor. The paladin's great eyes widened hard. At this moment, the memory faded again. Yes, we already know she was mommy. Light flooded the council hall. 7 of the counselors had now arrived, and much had happened recently. A proud paladin knelt in the middle of the hall. It was Telor Eranthiel. Malthus, one of the eastern gods, broke the silence. Rumor has it you were very successful in previous years in a fight against Predestination Grandmaster Eranthiel. More or less, the paladin cleared his throat. There are a growing number of incidents. People are mad, babbling about ancient prophecies, working magic. Predestination has taken a hold of them. My order is always ready to spread the teachings of the gods and to seek out and destroy those heretics who might fear them. I am pleased, but it does not satisfy me. These events must have a cause. The heretics who fear the gods and wish them destroyed continue to spread. Predestination. Sorry, it's trying to... This is the most reading I've had to do in this entire game. Predestination, Tyr laughed dryly. They are her worst emotions in flesh, that which we have suppressed for centuries. Hatred, greed, envy, anger. How, I guess, world that meant to be? How in the How in the world would people know of the fate of the Tel Morath? Tyr Malthus asked skeptically. I don't know why I fumbled over that word. Somewhere they must exist, and they have been found. I can only explain that by the clean hands of the Creator, as the cleansing was performed, the previous Shadow God tried to destroy a transcript of the predestination eons ago. So eventually it could be found again. You mean the messenger would have overlooked a transcript like that? That's impossible, Tyr. Nothing escapes the eyes of fate. It's burning down everything that belongs to the Tel Morath. That is absolutely correct, dear Malthus. For this reason, I suspect the messenger has deliberately filed a transcript. But why would they? It's completely obvious, Tyr interrupted. She had already said too much. Such things are not discussed in the presence of mortals like Telor. Telor, I want you to sail west from Nehrim. I suspect you will find the predestination there. Find them and destroy them then. Tyr stopped before he could finish. He had heard something that did not seem right. Guards! Dozens of armed seraphim entered. Tyr pointed to one of the pillars that supported the dome roof. One of the guardians of the world crossed the hall, stepped behind the pillar. A gasp was heard. The seraphim removed a boy that had apparently been hiding behind the pillar and listening. The boy was, as Orlandia could judge, not even 12 years old. But what could a goddess know of age of mortals? Time for them passed more quickly than they had available to them. Narasul, what are you doing here? Tilor gasped. Is that your son, Tilor? Tyr spoke, his eyes meeting the boy's for a brief moment. To think that all gods were supreme. To think that all gods were supreme was foolish. This boy was no ordinary mortal. He was more. Yes, of course. I crave your pardon, sir. I do not know that. I did not know that. Sorry about that. Not worth mentioning, Tyr. The guards let him wait outside. The young Narasul Aranthiel followed the seraphim outside, not letting go of a single spoken word as they left. The door was shut. Tyr turned back to the paladin. You were always one of the few mortals who has ever tempted? Sometimes I have a hard time reading this font. To commit stupidities in the course of their service, Tilor. But what about your son out there? He has just heard things not suitable for a child's ears, not even for the ears of mortals. Excuse me, sir, he is my son. He would never commit such stupidities. I can vouch for him. I hope so. All the same, predetermination continues to sweep the world and might break you open. Tilor, find the writings and destroy them, just like we did the fanatics from which they received their faith. Goodbye. With a low bow, Paladin said goodbye. All right. The reality returned. Ice-cold wind whipped against me, against a once proud goddess. With tears clouding my eyes, I looked across the rain-soaked coast of Inodan. In a seemingly endless cycle, images such as leaves dancing in the wind flashed before my eyes. No matter where I looked, again and again, they tried to possess me. Closer and closer, the vortex of pictures moved. The weight of my own memories seemed to overwhelm me, or rather my own faults. A crow had conveyed a message a few hours ago. Only by the contents of the message was all made clear to me. Aranthiel was my own son. The strange thing is that the letter bore the seal of the seraphim. How is that possible? Zarmanar lay in ruins, and Arct, who had been told by the innocents countless times had defended the city, has not been seen since. Perhaps this anonymous message is from him. No matter what it says, Tyr, I cannot put my hands upon your lap and let everything just happen. Alright, I guess we're gonna go tickle the old lady over here. Alright, she doesn't even do anything. I don't know why I'm tickling the old lady. So we learned, we learned some new stuff, but not, that wasn't, are we fighting this person? Terribly lightning? Where'd they go?
I'll dance on your grave.
Good luck with that.
Tougher than that. Even my grandma is stronger than you.
I'm sure she is. I bet she's also a gilf. Alright. What spell? I still have the light spell on. Oh, they started wibble jibbling. I don't like that. Alright. I was kind of having fun with the bow. We've played the entire game with swords. It feels a little weird to switch to the bow right at the end, but I mean, come on. Malphite's bow is very impressive. That's not how you sneak. That's not a knife. Aranthiel seems to have survived within the Soul Flare. He plans to cheat fate. Since dying, he has learned all the knowledge of the Shadow Gods. The prophecy predicts that Fate's envoy will soon come to kill the current Shadow God. That's me. The cycle will reset. The world will continue spinning with its predestined fate.
The first thing you must do is get
God.
the actual scroll of the predestination. You recovered it from the Paladin fortress and gave it to me. I stored it in my chamber in the Erothin Palace. Inside these halls is a portal you may use to quickly travel to Erethin. Only the Lightborn can use these portals. That's why I have never toyed with the idea of using them for my purposes. But now I know that one half of me belongs to the gods, Irlanda's half.
Okay, but that doesn't help me.
In any case, the portals will work for you as long as you carry the Soul Flare. Now, go to Erothin.
Okay. He's dead and he's still bossing me around. I don't appreciate it. You died. I'm the boss now. Is that an enemy? I can't even tell. Or is that just like armor or something? Oh my god. I think I just wasted an arrow. I only have 79 more arrows. Is that... Oh, it's just a suit of armor? Here, if that's just a suit of armor, can I have my arrow back, please? Where? I can. Ha 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 ha. Alright, now it's super dark in here. God damn it. With it being dark. And... light. Is there any enemies around? Not that I can see. This is a lot of books. Alright. I'll spend an hour in here looking at all the books. Alright, what do we have? Having all these jewelry boxes empty, that's disappointing. Having all these candles around all these books seems very dangerous. The hell am I going? Does anybody know where I'm going? Oh, I guess over here. Okay. Did I miss a key? I guess we'll stop sneaking and put the bow away because there doesn't appear to be any enemies here. I didn't see a key. God damn it. There's feathers, there's parchment, there's cool looking books, empty jewelry boxes. Oh, maybe that's where I'm supposed to be going? I didn't realize that was a... What kind of weird jump was that? Yeah, I didn't realize that this was a door possibly out. Alright, yes. Alright, portal chamber. Just in case the portal chamber is guarded. Who that for you? Shoot first. Ask questions later. I hope I was supposed to kill her. Yeah, she was just a mage. Give me back my arrow. Okay. Wasn't prepared for... Wait, what? Termatrial. Mayar. Oh, excuse me. Guard Warehouse. Aerothan Portal Chamber. Zarmanar. God damn it with the light going off. Unknown Portal. Okay, well... we'll end the episode here because, seriously, there's just too much fun to be had in here. We have an unknown portal. Let's go through the unknown portal. I can't? What the... why? Why? Why have an unknown portal and then I can't... So the only one you could go through is the Aerothan
Get
one.
the Book of the Predestination. While you are in Erothin, repair your gear, get supplies, and attend to any other important matters. A very long, difficult, and perilous struggle awaits you upon your return.
Aranthiel says our situation is nearly hopeless. It's the Shadow God's destiny to be destroyed, so the eternal cycle of the world may begin again. It's all predestined. The only way to stop the cycle is to destroy the Book of Predestination. If I do this, I will forfeit my Shadow God powers. But I would also free the world from the bondage of fate. I will take the scripture from Aranthiel's chamber. That's our one and only hope, or else the world ends. But no. I strongly disagree. Because he said we can kill, and okay, so maybe still for 1,000 years, but then people get to rule themselves for 1,000 years. That's a long time for people. And then maybe I'll have 1,000 years to figure out how to defeat the envoys of fate again. I don't know. I'm not liking this at all. But we will end this episode here. With all that being said, this has been Nehrim at Fate's Edge. I am Loki the Mad Titan. I bid you adieu. Goodbye and good night, Eterna. Thank you so very much for watching. Please subscribe, or I will send Super Mario to shoot fireballs at your butthole. Have a good night. See ya.